Hello out there. This is Jacob Peck, and I just wanted to make a short lesson about developing your right hand finger picking independence. Some simple exercises you can do to get these fingers on the right hand making music. So to start, take your thumb and you're going to put it on the lowest string of your guitar. Now I've got a 7 string, so I've got a low B, but for most of you, it's going to be your low E. So you have your thumb on the low E, your index on the G, right? Take a look at that. Index on the G, your middle on the B, your ring finger on the E. And almost like you can grab them, right? It's like a resting position. And something you might want to try before you even make any sound is to get used to this position. Take your hand away and then bring it back to position. Take your hand away, bring it right back to position. One more time, take it away, and you bring it right back to position. Fantastic. Now, we're ready to start. Now, this is very simple. You're just going to ascend up the fingers. We're going thumb, index, middle, ring. Now again. Now notice where the curve is happening in the fingers, right? I'm not doing this. I'm not going bam. Not this. I'm not pulling out. It's more so like I'm closing my fingers into my hand. I'm bringing my fingertip into my hand. More like this, not this. We're not that, we're that. So once again, slowly. Now once that's comfortable, try alternating the thumb from the E to the A string to the D string after every cycle. So that would be something like this. Oh, excuse me. D, back to A, then it's E, A, D, A, E. I'll go to B because I got it. You want to practice slow and the tempo build up. Rock and roll, right? Okay, now, so that's just ascending. We're just going thumb, index, middle, ring. Well, now try this. We're going to start with thumb again, but we're going to reverse the order. Thumb, ring, middle, index. So we flipped it over. So that's going to sound like ring, middle, index, thumb. Ring, middle, index, thumb. Ring, middle, index. Let practice slowly over a number of days and then let the tempo organically speed up. Etc., right? Now I'd recommend doing this with no chords and no frets whatsoever. No chording, no fretting, just do it with the open string so you can focus 110% on your right hand and getting these fingers coordinated, right? Now, once you've gotten familiar with ascending and the other pattern of thumb and then descending, let's try and put them together. So that's going to sound like this. We're going to go ascend, thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index, thumb. We're going to go up and back down like so. Let's see. Is that it? There we go. Once again, when the pattern gets familiar, try alternating your thumb on different strings. So with alternating thumb, that would be of course, you can flip that. You can go thumb, ring, middle, index, middle, ring. Let's try that. Thumb, ring, middle, index, middle, ring. Etc., right? So here we're talking about dealing with the right hand fingers one at a time, individually. And when you get that pattern down and you apply it to a chord, say I apply it, oh, this angle's weird. Say I apply it to E major, right? Or just some random bar chord, A minor here. And I'm going to apply that pattern. You can get a lot of music coming out of that right hand. No movement in the left hand, just the chord. And I'm going to apply that finger pattern we were practicing. You get a lot of sound with that pattern, a lot of music being produced that with a pick, I mean, it just becomes redundant. I mean, you've got, in a way, you could say it's not totally true, but in some instances, you've got 5 picks on this hand. Use them, learn to use them, right? I mean, trying to do that with a pick, I mean, come on, use your fingers. It's easy. It is easier. Okay. So we've been talking about each finger individually, right? Let's talk about using the fingers and thumb in tandem. So another exercise to try, once again, rest your thumb on the low E and your index on G, middle on B, ring finger on E. Now instead of using each finger individually, we're going to alternate thumb and then all the fingers together, right? Now notice I haven't talked about Pinkie yet. I'll bring up Pinkie in a moment. But we're just talking about index, middle, and ring for now. Pinkie is weak and uncoordinated, so we're going to let him rest for now. But check out this pattern. We're just going to go thumb, fingers. Now once again, once that pattern's familiar, try alternating your thumb to different strings. So if I'm alternating my thumb, I've got simple enough, right? So that's our alternating thumb finger. And next would be everything together. Thumb down, fingers up at the same time, like so. Once again, once the pattern's familiar, try alternating your thumb. Now, for those of you who are adventurous and want to get the Pinkie involved, you absolutely can. Rest the thumb on the low E. Now your index will be on the D string, your middle on the G, your ring on the B, and your Pinkie on the E. Now this is a little more advanced and a little more, it takes, I mean, the Pinkie takes time to develop, but you can try this. Index, middle, ring, Pinkie. Right? And just apply that same pattern we did with the 4 fingers to the 5 fingers. So here we go. We're going to try. Oh. And I can flip that. Now, it's very important to start slow, to start at a very relaxed tempo. I'm talking like... As far as practicing is concerned, if you're trying to practice a new idea or a new technique, I recommend go as slow as necessary for the practice to be easy. Go as slow as necessary that it is impossible to make a mistake. So that way you can really get in there with your attention and really examine every facet of this new physical activity. If you start at a fast tempo, there's just not enough time and space for your attention to get in there and really grasp what is going on. So with this practice, if you're new to fingerpicking, take each one of those exercises and go slow. We did thumb, index, middle, ring. Then we did thumb, ring, middle, index, or ring, middle, index, thumb. Then we combined those. Thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index. When we flipped that, boom, ba, ba, do, do, da, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, 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 ba. What else did we do? We alternated thumb and fingers together. So thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers, thumb, fingers, and then we did together, thumb and fingers together. Bop, 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 bop. And with each one of these patterns, you can add the pinky. Now, a fun thing to do with the pinky is grab some dramatic chord and do this. Oh, yeah, just like that. Love that sound. Harpish, right? All right. Oh boy. All right. And hey, if you really want to get into finger picking, grow those nails a little bit, right? Just a touch. You don't need much, but you get a little more control if you got some nails, right? A little more control, a little more volume, and you can scratch people, right? Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about that. Once the right hand is comfortable and fluent, apply it to chords, apply it to chord progressions. You'll make a lot of sound, and it's very beautiful. You'll make a lot of music, a lot of arpeggiations, can sound like a harp, can sound like a piano, especially when you get that alternating thumb going on. Country, right? Some John Denver. That's a way to make a lot of sound on the guitar, is to use your thumb in tandem with the fingers. Anyway, my name is Jakob Peck. Thank you for listening. I hope some of you found this helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. I'll see you later. Peace.